What's going on, guys? I've seen several people ask what the difference would be between running a 3S and a 4S battery, as well as some prop options. I live in Colorado, so I'm at like 5,000 feet. So I typically prop up almost all of my planes. So what we're going to do is we're going to run a 3 and a 4S battery on the stock prop, and then we're going to run a 3 and a 4S on a 12-8 APC. So we'll get some wattage and amperage ratings and see what we come up with. Batteries I'm using for today's test. First one's a E-Flite 3S 30C 2500 milliamp. And then I'm also using an Electron Pro 3000 milliamp 30C. Both of them are 30C, so that should give us a fairly comparable reading for both batteries. And we're also using a MPI watt meter, so it should give me amperage and watt readings for you guys. So I've got the stock prop on there. So I'm going to go ahead and plug in my 3S. And we'll run it up and see what kind of readings we get. So I got 3750 and 400 watts was what I saw on there. Kind of fell off a little bit, but that was the peak readings that I saw. So I'm gonna go ahead and switch over to my 4S battery. And we'll run this one up and see what we get. We were at 56 and 770 on that one. Now you got to remember that this is a 40 amp ESC in this guy, but don't get too scared. They're rated at 60 amps for 15 seconds. So even if we're up above that 40 amp threshold, we still have a good bit of time to safely get back out of it. So I'm now going to switch props, and we'll try this test right back over. One thing to mention, if you are updating to a two-blade prop like this 12x8, you are going to have to radius this a little bit. You can see how it came from the factory and how I've removed a little bit of material so that prop sits in there nice and neat. It was done pretty easily with a pocket knife, but you are going to have to remove some material out of here if you are going to run like this APC 12x8. Alright, so I've got my prop switched out. I'm just going to kind of give you a shot of the material moved from the nose cone, just so you can kind of tell. You can see how nicely that fits in there now. And let's give her a test and see what she does on 3S and 4S. Okay, I saw 29 amps and 330 watts. So So we're going ahead and switch over to our 4S. Looks like we had about a 8.5 amp difference between switching props. And we'll give her a run with the 4S. And I got 46.1 and 675 watts on there. So we're doing much better. We're just barely kind of above that 40 amp threshold. I don't have a radar gun, but I do have a friend that does have a comparable plane. And we did fly this one with the 12.8, and he flew his with the stock prop. I do feel it was much faster. Once I get a radar gun, I can prove that theory. But I do get about 6 minutes of flight with the 3000 milliamp 4S on this guy. So, you know, quick low flying passes. I'm obviously out of it probably within that 15-second range. So I feel that this prop is not only more efficient, but probably better suited than the stock prop for this plane. So once I get that radar gun, I'll follow up and give you guys results as far as speed for the stock prop versus the two-blade APC. Check my comment box. I'll post all the links for all the parts used in this demonstration, and we'll see you out in the field.